So I'm on day 2 of my 21 days quarantine here at the Kerry Hotel here in Hong Kong. So if you want to know more about this hotel and what additional items I brought to make my stay more comfortable, you need to watch this video. So yesterday I arrived back from Vancouver, Canada, and I spent about 6 hours at the airport before I arrived here at the Kerry Hotel in Hong Kong. So I wanted to show you a quick video of what the room looks like. So as you come in, this is the doorway, and when you come in, there is the key card, but obviously you can't go in or out. And then there is a very spacious hallway here, so you can put some luggage in this area. And then to the left is the bathroom. So if we go into the bathroom, you can see that there is a full-size bathtub. And then here is the washroom. And you can see that there is only one sink. However, it comes with all the full amenity and towels needed. And then on this side is the toilet. And then there is a standing shower on the other end. So when we come out of the bathroom, this is the view from the room. And on the left-hand side, there's just a shelf for you to place items and a full-size mirror. And then over here, you can see that this is the closet area, an area to put more items and storage. And then over here, there is a shelf with a safe with obviously nothing to put inside unless you want to just store some items inside. And then over here, there is an espresso machine with capsules. And then there is a water boiler. And they have given us 12 bottles of water. And inside here, they have filled it with some peanuts and some coffee creamers. There are some teas. And then underneath here, I believe this is probably the fridge. So here you can see they have given us a few cans of pop and some beers and some waters. So there is a small fridge in case you want to store some small items. There is a TV here, and what we have asked for is an extra IBM table with monitor and office chairs because me and my husband need to work from our hotel room for 3 weeks. So obviously, if we were only working from this dining table, it's probably doable, but given we are working at least 8 to 10 hours a day, this will help us to be able to work from our hotel room comfortably. So we have asked for our sister and family members to send us the portable keyboard and mouse so that we can plug in our laptop into those computers. And we also have a LAN cable just in case the Wi-Fi is not very good. In terms of what they provided to us for cleaning, I can see that they have given us a cleaner, and this looks like a disinfectant cleaner. And this is also another type of wash for clothing. This will be helpful for laundry later. And then they've also given us a scrub and a wash towel over here. As I mentioned, there is a TV, and I guess we would have to kind of remove the monitors if we wanted to watch the TV. There are a couple of cables here too, in case we need those cables. And then they have kindly provided some cutlery, which is really nice because sometimes you really just want to have a proper plate to replate your dishes to make it more homely. There are some facial tissues, and there are some welcome fruits, and there is a welcome box over here. And the welcome box just basically contains some masks, hand sanitizers, and a nail clipper, and they've given us some alcohol wipes and some eye masks in there. So it's just a small welcome kit. And of course, there are these 2 sofa chairs, and you can see we actually rented a treadmill from QFit, and we really like that this is foldable so that it just saves some space, so that there is extra space. If, say, for example, I wanted to do some yoga, I could probably put 1 yoga mat across here. And there is a princess chair. And then we have the bed area, and this is a king-size bed. So that's just the bed. And of course, this is really beautiful. This is a view of the Victoria Harbour. So that will be nice because we're just going to be in here for 3 weeks, and it's just nice to have a view of the harbor. So now that you've seen what the room looks like, I'd like to share with you what additional items I brought with me to make my stay more comfortable, and hopefully some of these items could be useful to you if you are considering to do a quarantine in any hotel in Hong Kong. So of course, the items you'll need and that you'll bring will depend on the amenity provided in your room. However, I wanted to share with you a couple of items that I brought with me that I found quite useful in the past 2 days so far. So let's get started. So the first item that I thought would be really useful for my stay was a treadmill. Of course, being in the same room for 21 days, I don't expect to get much walking or exercise, so having a treadmill is definitely really helpful. So the hotel here provides treadmill rental. However, I did rent a treadmill from a company called QFit, and they provided both a treadmill and also an air purifier, because air purifiers are also required for people that are using exercise equipment in their rooms now. So my overall impressions of the QFit treadmill are that it's not too heavy, and I like that it's foldable so that it's space saving, especially if you have a smaller room. The only thing to be aware of is that I do find that the running or walking pad is a bit narrow and short. So if you do need a bit more room, you may need to look for a treadmill that is a bit bigger. However, for my personal needs, I'm mainly using it for walking. I found that it was perfectly adequate. And of course, having a yoga mat for me is also indispensable in case you want to do some stretching or some light exercises on the floor. So I personally do travel with a yoga mat, and it helps to have a foldable one because you can put it into your suitcase and travel everywhere with it. The particular one I have is made from a company called Sugar Mat. As you can see here, what I really like about this mat is that it's super lightweight, and I can pretty much fold it flat so that it lies in a large suitcase without any problems. In addition, I did bring some additional small dumbbells. I had them shipped from a friend, or you could rent them from the hotel or a fitness equipment center. However, if you don't want to be carrying dumbbells around you, I've also heard that some people will get the water bottles and fill them up with water, or you can look for dumbbells that are water weights, meaning you can fill them with water to a desirable weight, and that way you can save on weight in your luggage. So I don't know about you, but I'm expected to work from home, or in this case, quarantine hotel. So having a comfortable space to work in was really important both for me and my husband. So what we did is that we asked asked the hotel to rent to us a desk. So they gave us a table, and we also rented out 2 external monitors that are approximately, I believe, either 22 or 27 inch. And in addition, we asked for 2 desk chairs, just because I'm not sure what kind of chair you're used to, but if we're going to be working in our rooms anywhere between 10 to 12 hours a day or even longer, it was really important to us to be ergonomically comfortable. And in addition, we also brought our own keyboards and our own external mouses, and we also had those shipped to us from friends and families so that we could quickly set it up to the external monitors. So you might need a LAN cable or an HDMI cable to hook it up either to the TV or external monitor if needed. And personally, I do highly recommend a keyboard that has Bluetooth, and because you're in your room a lot, you might be texting friends or doing work quite often, and I find that having a Bluetooth keyboard is really helpful because I can use the same keyboard both for my phone or my iPad and also my workstation and be able to type quickly and easily from one keyboard. Speaking of tech equipment, if you own a laptop, I found that having a laptop stand is also really convenient in case you need to prop up your laptop to use with a keyboard, or if you just want to prop it up higher to watch TV or videos on your laptop. So I have here a Roost laptop stand, so you can see that the laptop goes on here. It is height adjustable, it's extremely weight, and it's also collapsible. This fits really nicely in my luggage without any additional weight, and I can bring it out anywhere, including at the airport lounge or wherever I'm traveling to. In addition, of course, I think a lot of us will be using our phones quite a bit, so having a mobile stand is also convenient. And I have here one of these, and this fits in my purse, so I actually use this in my purse on a day-to-day basis. But if I'm just sitting around and I am playing with my phone or need to watch something on my phone, having this is also quite handy. So the next item actually drew a lot of excitement from my friends, and that is a portable washing machine. Yes, you heard me correctly. It is a portable washing machine. Let me show you. So this is a Xiaomi portable washing machine. And as you can see, it's not that big. It is the size of a bucket, and it is collapsible. It's kind of like those recycle cups where you can just flatten them by collapsing them. So this one is also collapsible. So this will fit into a large luggage. Alternatively, you could have friends and family send this to you. And basically, this has a washing function, a rinse function, and also a spinning function to spin your clothes dry. So this is what it looks like on the inside, and this is the spinner, and it basically has a couple of settings. So you can see there is a timer for 5, 10, or 6 minutes. So basically you would wash it for 5 to 10 minutes, you could rinse it for 5 to 10 minutes, and basically it will spin for 6 minutes. So I will put videos of this machine working somewhere in the video. Some people have asked me if it is really clean or if it does a really good job. To be honest, for the price, I really can't complain. Of course, I could be trying to wash my clothes in the bathtub, but this just kind of saves time. It's inexpensive. I believe I purchased this from Hong Kong TV Mall for 688 Hong Kong dollars. There are different versions of these portable washing machines, but I selected this one. So my only thoughts on this are that in general, the clothes will be somewhat clean. However, the spinning function is not that great. So after you wash the clothes, you do need to wring them a bit before you spin them. But once you've spun them and you've hung them, most of the clothes should basically dry overnight unless you are washing things like jeans. So I haven't washed any pants or jeans with this washing machine yet. However, I've seen videos where people have done it. So it is possible. So if you do have smaller clothing items, this should work perfectly. And to be honest, I'm not going to be changing a lot of different clothes or fancy clothes on a daily basis, so this is great. It just helps to save my bag and save a little bit of time, and so I have enjoyed using this small contraption, and in fact it was a bit entertaining to be playing with it for the first 2 days. And speaking of laundry, definitely you need places to hang up your laundry, so definitely you can use it with the clothes hangers in the closet area, or you could use the bathroom. However, to conserve space, we did bring a portable laundry hanger. So just for smaller items like undergarments and socks, this is great to save space and have extra hangers to hang your clothes. So the next item we brought that we felt was really helpful was a Wi-Fi router. So you may be asking, why do you need to bring your own Wi-Fi router if there's already Wi-Fi at the hotel? So there were a couple things that we were concerned about. The first thing was speed of the Wi-Fi. Just in case the Wi-Fi was not very fast, we wanted to be able to hook up a LAN cable to our own Wi-Fi router just to get higher speeds. We didn't find that the speed was any faster or slower using a Wi-Fi router, but the second reason why we wanted to use a Wi-Fi router was for security. So yeah, have you heard of other people tapping into your Wi-Fi network and playing around with your gadgets or your TV? So by having our own Wi-Fi secured network, we didn't have to worry about other people kind of coming into our network or controlling our contraptions or stealing any information. I'm not saying that this would happen, but there is a possibility it would happen, and knowing that our Wi-Fi network is secure gives us additional comfort. And speaking of electronics, definitely you will need a power bar because we have just so many devices that we need to hook up, and there may or may not be enough electrical outlets in your hotel room. We found that there are a lot of electrical outlets here at the Kerry Hotel. However, we just have so many devices. It was really helpful to have the power bar, not only to add additional devices to charge with, but also in case we needed an extension cable. So I do highly recommend bringing at least a 6-socket power bar in case you have several devices to charge. So I don't know about you, but I'm a bit of a coffee snob, and I definitely always need a good cup of coffee first thing in the morning. So whilst the room does provide a Nespresso machine, which is a really nice thing, I prefer my own ground coffee. So for me, even within or outside quarantine, having my Clever dripper, or also known as the Clever cup, is so important. So while I was traveling, I visited my local coffee shop and I asked them to grind some beans for me. So I got these from Vancouver, Canada, from a coffee shop called Nemesis, and they were able to grind the beans for me. So I will put the ground beans into this filter. This filter makes a cup of coffee within 3 minutes. It is so convenient. You just need some paper filters and then it drains into a cup. So I will try to put a video somewhere here on the sides so you can kind of see how it works. It is so convenient because it only takes 3 minutes. You don't need batteries, and it's just so easy to clean because basically you just need to rinse this with plain water and it cleans, and you air dry it and it's ready to go for the next day. So if you prefer your own coffee beans, or you want coffee that's slightly better than the hotel, or you want some variety to your coffee, this is definitely indispensable for me. I have one of these at home and at the office, and I use it every day, so I definitely cannot go without this clever dripper or clever cup. So you can also pick up one of these in Hong Kong if you live close to a coffee academics. Whilst having a treadmill in your room is very important, I believe that it's also difficult to assess exactly how much you're walking on a regular basis. So having a fitness tracking app, or in my case, I wear an Apple Watch, really helps to let you know how much you're walking every day. To be honest, being in a room all day, you tend to sit around a lot, you might not move a lot, so you might even end up eating more because you might be eating out of comfort or out of boredom, or it could be emotional eating. Anyways, it's really good to keep track of how much you're walking every day. I am trying to walk at least between 7,000 to 10,000 steps per day, just to mimic my daily walking routine, just to make sure that I'm walking as much as I would if I were not living in a quarantine hotel. So next up are a couple other items that I brought along with me just to kill a bit of time. So other than just being online watching Netflix or watching YouTube all day or chatting to my friends, I did purchase a notebook. So this is something I nearly forgot to bring because it just wasn't something I was thinking about. However, having a notebook is good for two reasons. Number one, it's great for journaling. Just because we're in quarantine for 21 days, sometimes it's good to do some journaling to de-stress. And also, this is really good to write down tasks for work. I'm the type of person who has to write down to-do lists. And although I could do it on my phone, I prefer doing it the old-fashioned way on pen and paper. It's just a bit more effective for me, so I'm just speaking on my behalf. So I just bought a cheap notebook while I was in Canada, and I purchased one with both open space and also ruled lines. That way I could also draw pictures or charts, and I could also write along here just to jot down ideas, or if I had tasks that I had to do for work, it would be just an easy reference for me. This is something so important and I nearly forgot about it. So if you're the type of person like me that prefers things on pen and paper, don't forget to get a notebook. So another way of killing time is by reading. However, you might not want to carry a whole bunch of books to your hotel room, so I recommend getting a Kindle. And with a Kindle, you can download as many books as you like. And if you don't like the book, you can at least download new books. I find that this is really good, especially if you want to read a variety of books. You can download samples, and it's definitely a lot easier on the eyes. Definitely you could read a book on your computer or on your mobile, but just the lighting from the monitor is a bit strong if you're going to be reading for a couple hours, and so I highly recommend bringing a Kindle if you want to find a way of killing time and you enjoy reading books. So the final item that I brought for fun, other than the notebooks and colored pens, are these post-it memos. And why do I have this? It's because if you look here, you can see I use them to decorate the windows, just to put special messages in case I had friends passing by, or just a way to amuse myself by doing a countdown on the number of days I've been in quarantine. And yes, that is just for fun, just to entertain myself or for people passing by. In case you have family or friends who want to locate your room, they can say, "Hey, look, I see Clara's room. She has the number of days of quarantine on her window." So that sums up the additional items I brought to my hotel to make it a more comfortable stay. I'm sure there are other items that other people have suggested. I've even heard of buying a small steamer in case they wanted to reheat their food, or just to cook some small items within their room. So fortunately for me, the food at this hotel is absolutely fantastic, so I haven't really had to resort to making or cooking my own food. However, for those people who are concerned about the food in their hotel, definitely you can consider to bring a small steamer or even order via Food Panda or Deliveroo, just so that you can get some variety to the food you eat on a regular basis. So I hope that this video was helpful to you and also gave you some ideas just in case you are considering to do a quarantine or about to do a quarantine. If there are any other ideas that you think are wonderful to bring to your quarantine, please feel free to leave your suggestions in the comment section down below. So I hope that you have found this video interesting and has been helpful to you in case you're considering to do a quarantine or about to do a quarantine in a hotel. I wish you a fabulous day, and if you're interested to know more about my quarantine and if I have more time to make more of these videos, stay tuned to my channel for future videos. I wish you a fabulous day, a happy holiday, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye now.